Welcome back. Let's continue our discussion about inspirational leadership and about inspiring leaders. In the first podcast, we discussed why it matters and how seldom it is. In the second podcast, we discussed about the characteristics of inspiring leaders, but also that anyone can be an inspiring leader. And now in the third podcast, we want to discuss how do you get there and how do we help in St. Gallen people get there to become inspiring leaders. There are three things that we help leaders with so that they can become inspiring leaders. The first thing is we help them to introspect. We help them to understand themselves. It's about knowing your values. It's about knowing your emotional patterns. It's knowing about how you react to different situations. And that's not just the 360. That's not just a conversation. It's really learning to introspect. Introspecting is a skill. It's something that requires time. It requires practice, but also it requires some help. And in St. Gallen, we're there to help people become introspectors, people that are good to know themselves. Because if they're good knowing themselves, they can act authentically with values. They also know their own passions. They know what to follow. They know where their energy is. And that's important. The second thing that we do is we help them to become aware of how their actions influence other people. A leader on average takes 40% or spends 40% of his or her time taking decisions. Every single decision carries values. Who you promote, what projects you promote or you approve, how you move people in the organization, what decisions you make, they all include or embed values that you as a leader have. Being aware of that and becoming more deliberate in your decisions about carrying out your values is a second important venue where we spend time with leaders helping them. And the third area is how to lead people. What inspiring leaders do is they build self-confidence in others. That's a very important thing. Now, how do leaders build self-confidence? Self-confidence is not built by telling you, you're great, you're doing a good job, keep going. That's not being an inspiring leader, and that's not building self-confidence. It isn't neither giving kind of shallow targets or doing or making decisions for other people. That doesn't build self-confidence. You can't build self-confidence. You can create an environment to build self-confidence. And that environment has the following components. First, very ambitious objectives. People build capabilities and self-confidence by achieving objectives. And when the objectives are difficult, then they get there. If the objectives are easy, that doesn't build self-confidence. So the first is to set ambitious objectives. The second is to give feedback. And feedback needs to be honest and tough, but also needs to be constructive. It shouldn't be that was bad, because the individual that is receiving feedback knows he or she hasn't achieved the objectives. It needs to be, look, you know you didn't achieve the objective. Here's a few things that I liked what you did. And here's a few things that if I were in your shoes, I would try to do. It's about giving constructive feedback and helping people get to the next level. And thirdly, it's about supporting people. It's giving them learning opportunities. It's giving them some mentoring and coaching when they have doubts about their career and their progress. That's what it is. Being an inspiring leader is hard work. And we help leaders to get there. We help them to introspect. We make them or we sensitize them about their own decisions and how they affect other people. And finally, we teach them how to build self-confidence in others. That's how we help people become inspiring leaders. And we do truly believe, and evidence from research is clear, everyone can be an inspiring leader. Thank you.